It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. The arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. He is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
Williams going to throw on the first play. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Bateman is the motion man. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Again, it's Jackson. He'll go right back to Flowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Jackson going to keep this one himself. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. To the goal line and in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. We are through one. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. On the out, connecting with Allen. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Sims now to return it. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To the tight end, Likely. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the air one more time with Jackson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
Jackson up top again. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it's Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Extra point try now for Tucker. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. Halftime, coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Second and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the option, they give it to Henry. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Aguilar goes off in motion. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and a yard. Now Jackson on the move. That is left side and caught by Flowers. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are, they're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you can force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now Jackson, this a design run. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
On play action, here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Now a screen set up for Henry. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. They'll put Everett in motion here. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much. Second and long coming up. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Chicago.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through three. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Throwing again, Williams. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. And he indeed picks up a Bears 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. He's got it at the 3. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised.
It is brought in the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and good. And the Bears are back in this one. It's 17-7. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. And this is taken in by the defense.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. they'll indeed go. It's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They're going to go right back to Henry. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. First and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. It's a win here for the Ravens. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.